Welcome back. We're chatting with Tim Ketron. He's the co-founder of the Network for Overdose Recovery Outreach, based in Front Royal. But, wow, what an idea you have, which, if this goes national or international. How many people, I mean, we hear constant community after community talking about the opioid-related overdoses. What are we looking at nationwide?
It's the average right now is about 130 people a day that die from opioid overdose. So that's roughly another person loses their life every 11 minutes. It's staggering how many people are actually losing their life. And what's even worse is that it doesn't have to happen. I mean, there's a medication that actually brings them back to life. So we're letting 130 people lose their life every day, when out of that, a vast majority of them don't have to lose their life if we give them the ability to be.
And in talking to a lot of experts on this program, they indicate that there's a million different approaches to try to help the individual, but there's seemingly a million different reasons that individuals have this addiction.
Well, as far as why they have the addiction, you know, a lot of it can start with getting hurt with doctor-prescribed opioids, and when it becomes impossible to get opioids anymore, when it becomes impossible to get a Vicodin or you know, a medication that is helping them to deal with pain, by that point they're addicted to it, and then heroin is just a synthetic form of that. So, you know, especially when it's laced with fentanyl or carfentanil, it becomes even stronger than, you know, the Vicodin or whatever it is that they're using, and it's far cheaper, so they can continue getting it.
Now, how do you see these boxes helping out the healthcare or public service industries?
Outside of just saving people's lives, it's estimated that overdoses alone cost American society $78.5 billion a year. That's, you know, healthcare visits, you know, emergency room resuscitations, that's ambulances, that's the volunteer networks that are EMS, that's loss of work, that's funerals, it's all this other stuff combined up somewhere in that $78.5 billion a year. And if we create the network that allows peers to save peers, then that takes a lot of that burden off of the healthcare system, and it puts it back out to where people can save each other, which is what it's all about, because they will save each other if you give them the ability to.
What's been the reaction? I mean, as I see these, it's like, wow, why didn't somebody think of this sooner? So congratulations on your idea. What's been the reaction generally as you've talked to individuals about this?
So far, luckily, we've had zero reservation from anybody. Everybody we've talked to has been super excited about what it is that we're doing. Exactly the same way that you're responding to it or reacting to it. It's all about saving people's lives. And when we think about it in that way, we're just helping people stay alive today, giving them the chance to stay alive today so that tomorrow they have an opportunity to find recovery. You know, it's a human life. It's not an addict life. It's a human life. And that's what we're out to try and help save.
All right, we're going to continue our discussion, and after this, how community members and local officials have responded to Tim's idea, as well as the big picture of where we go into the future. Stay with us.